Hello, children. Welcome back to the class of English. In the last class, we had discussed about poem number 5, Where Do All Teachers Go? We had talked about the curiosity of the child, where the child thought about the teacher's routine. This poem speaks about a child's love and curiosity for his teacher. Teachers are just next to super beings for children. They can't imagine that teachers are ordinary human beings. Children always have something in their mind about the teacher. They think that teachers do a great deal of things. So, today in short again we'll discuss about the poem in short and then we'll move on to the discussion of the question answers. So, let's see the poem stanza wise. Where do all the teachers go when it's 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses and do they wash their socks? Now, here the child wonders and questions where all the teachers go after the school hours when it is 4 o'clock. He wants to know if any other ordinary human being they also live in household and wash their clothes. Means they want to know about the routine work of the teacher, that do the teacher also do all the routine work like other people? Do they wear pajamas and do they watch TV and do they pick their noses the same as you and me? Now here pajama means clothes. Pick their noses, here it means an activity to waste time. So just they want to know whether the teacher does all those things in order to waste time. Generally, teachers instruct the students not to waste their time and do their work nicely. So here the teacher wants to know whether the student wants to know whether the teacher also does the same. Do the teacher also waste the time like the students do? Do they live with other people? Have they moms and dads? And were they ever children and were they ever bad? Now here further the child wonders by asking if they are also surrounded by people, if they also have parents and children like us to live with. Did they commit any mistakes or did they do anything wrong when they were children? So here the children wants to know, do the teacher also do the same things as the students do? Did they ever never spell right? Did they ever make mistakes? Were they punished in the corner if they pinched the chocolate flakes? Now here the child wants to know that did the teacher also make mistakes when they were a child, or were they punished for stealing things or doing any silly things or any naughty things during their childhood? Now here stealing does not mean stealing things for purpose. Here it's shown only for fun. Do they ever lost their hymn books? Do they ever leave their greens? Did they scribble on the desktops? Did they ever wear old dirty jeans? Now here hymn books means religious books. Scribbling means drawing or writing something that is not readable. Small children generally do that. When they don't know how to write, they just pick up a pen and they just scribble. But when children they scribble for fun, they just want to irritate someone or they just want to have fun. So here he is bothered and he wants to know about ever the teachers have lost their books and said no to green vegetables. We insist the children to eat green vegetables and we always tell them that green vegetables are good for health. and there are some children who don't like green vegetables, so sometimes they deny that they don't want to have it. So here the child wants to know that when the teacher was young, was he or she just denying for the same? And they also want to know that did they even ever waste time by scribbling on the tables and wearing torn and old jeans. We tell children to be well attired, to be well dressed up. So the child wants to know that do the teacher also follow that? I'll follow one back home today. I'll find out what they do. Then I'll put in a poem that can be read to you. Now, to overcome the child's curiosity, he wants to decide to follow or spy on the teacher when the teacher goes home. So on his way he wants to also follow him, and once he is clear about everything, he would like to compose a poem on it, and thinks that the teacher would read that poem to his students. He wants the teacher to read that poem to the students. Okay, so this was all about the poem. Now we'll move on to the discussion of question answers. So one by one we'll be discussing the question answers. But before we discuss the question answers, I would like you to go through the poem, and if you find any word that is difficult, please write the meaning of that word in your notebook. Okay, let's see the first question. Why does the poet want to know where the teachers go at 4 o'clock? Now, when the school gets over, obviously the teacher will go to the home. But here the poet wants to know because he has a curiosity to know if his teachers are also ordinary human beings. Now, obviously, when the school gets over, the teacher will go home. He'll not stay in the school. But the child wants to know about it. What are the things normal people do that the poet talks about? The answer is the things done by normal people are wearing clothes, wasting time, losing religious books. Now, this is not normal, but here the poet imagines stealing chocolates. Now, here stealing chocolates is just for fun, not purposely stealing things. Having parents and children, washing clothes, watching TV, etc. So, these are the activities that are done in general by normal people. Let's move on to the third question. What does he imagine about? Now, here there are 4 things to be imagined about: where teachers live, what do they do at home, the people with whom they live, and their activities when they were children in school. So, the child imagines if the teacher lives in houses, he imagines if they also wash their clothes and watch the TV at home. He imagines if they also have parents and children to live with them, and he imagines if they also did mischiefs and were punished. So these are the 4 answers to which the imagination of the child goes. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. Why does the poet wonder if teachers also do things that other people do? The child or the poet wonders because his tender mind considers teachers as super beings or god like creature. So he thinks that teacher कभी गलत हो ही नहीं सकते. Now this is the mindset of a child. If even parents tell something at home about any answer, about any concept, then the child will resist, and he will just fight with the parents and say, no, you are wrong because my teacher has told this, and I'll do this only because my teacher is always right. So here the poet wants to convey the message to the teachers that yes, it's true that you are extraordinary, but think from the point of view of a child also, and don't be so harsh to the children. Please be polite, please be kind, because teachers are also human beings and children are also human beings. So the child wants to know कि आप भी जब छोटे थे तो आप भी गलतियाँ करते थे, तो आप हमें पनिश मत करना. Okay, now here let's move on to the second question. Why does the poet Okay, that we have already discussed. The next one, how does the poet plan to find out? What will he do once he find out? Now here the poet wants to plan out or to find out whether teachers are ordinary human beings. Now he wants to find out this by spying on the teacher or by following him on their way home after school hours. Now once he finds out, he'll write a poem on the things that the teacher does at home or while going home. Okay, now you don't do this. This is just an imagination of the poem. Teachers are ordinary human beings only, and they do all the things that you people do and your parents do. What do you think these phrases from the poem mean? Punished in the corner. Now, punishing in the corner means to get punishment after doing a mischief. Now, nowadays you don't get such punishment, no corporal punishments for you, but you should be good so that you don't have to read the lesson twice, or you don't have to get punishments such as writing something one time or reading the whole lesson twice, or punishments like this that you get nowadays. Okay, in the previous years the children were punished. They were punished with a cane. They were punished by making them standing in the corner. They were made to sit aloof from the other students. Nowadays you don't get such kind of punishments, but you are good children, so behave nicely, so you will not get punishment of reading more. Okay, the next one is leaving their greens. Now leaving their greens, here it has two meanings. One is not to eat green vegetables, and one is leaving the playground after the bell strikes for the next class to begin. But here the phrase that fits is not to eat green vegetables. So the child wants to know if the teacher also denied to have green vegetables when they were small. Okay, so this is all about the question answers. So go through the poem once again. Try to write the question answers on your own, and then you can refer this question answers and write in the notebook. Have a nice day, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.